Hello. In his largely anticipated speech yesterday, Fed Chair Jerome Powell struck a more hawkish tone compared to his speech last week, leaving the door wide open for more hikes in the future should inflation refuse to cool. Although Powell did not build a case for lifting rates in the immediate future, he referred to past episodes of inflationary head fakes in which price pressures ebbed temporarily before picking up again. In terms of near-term monetary policy, clues provided from various Fed members have pointed to a hold in December, while policymakers carefully monitor economic conditions and more hikes at the start of next year if macroeconomic data shows resilience. The 10-year Treasury yield moved up 12.4 basis points yesterday, closing above 4.6% following Powell's speech. A weak auction of $24 billion in 30-year treasuries pushed yields higher prior to Fed Chair's comments, pushing Wall Street lower. Stephen Ricciuto, U.S. chief economist at Mizuho Securities USA, noted that the market was oversold before non-farm payrolls and the FOMC meeting, and it was overbought before the auction, suggesting that market movements following the events included an initial correction of the overstep. The Nasdaq and S&P 500 enjoyed the longest winning streak in 2 years, which snapped yesterday as optimism over looser monetary policy faded. European indices that had been closed at the time are catching up with the losses, with the Euro Stoxx 50 down nearly 1% as of 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Verizon is planning to offer the ad-supported versions of both Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery's Max streaming services under a single subscription for about $10 a month. Subscribing to both of these services separately would instead cost about $17 a month. By bundling their offerings through a single distributor, the streaming companies would be able to attract more customers in a time of high competitive pressure. NVIDIA plans to release 3 new artificial intelligence chips aimed at the Chinese market less than a month after the U.S. tightened regulations regarding chip sales to China. The chips, which could be announced as early as November 16th, have had some of their computing power measures cut back in order to comply with the new rules. As PhillipCapital team, we wish you a happy weekend.